Still sound
It's
right?
not yet.
I'm just
Not yet.
asking.
Not yet. Hold on. We're almost there. I mean, it's there actually. I mean, now I'm webcasting my voice, telling you it's not time yet, but it's just about time. It's probably about time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Hot VOM 137, the Majesty of Trees, the first VOM of November. VOMvember. Trees? VOM timber. Please welcome Jules Bland. Excellent resolution. Normally you leave us hanging in some in-between ether place.
Oh, just wait, baby.
All right. Nice job, Jules. Welcome to VOM 137. Tonight is the first night of the month thing, stuff, or what you call it. First night. Crap. Rowan, I know I said I could be the chatty one, but apparently I suck at it now.
Take a few weeks off and look what happens.
I know, it's just nightmarish. What I meant to say was it's the first Monday of the month, which means it's a new song night. And tonight, the Majesty of Trees is the topic. And I'm really excited because I saw that like John Pfeiffer's signed up and Rick Millman's signed up. And we got a lot of the people who actually write to the topic. Unlike myself, sometimes we're slackers. Actually, I do have a song tonight, but I don't know that it's a good idea or not. I mean, it might be terrible. Jules Bland has a bunch of Tree songs, but he said he wasn't going to play any of them just to be contrary. Yep.
Sorry,
that's
guys.
what I thought. That's neither here nor there. Please, thank you so much for tuning in. Please click the share buttons and all that good stuff, or cut and paste the link and just email it to your grandmother because she would love to receive this link right now.
Certain.
We're live at Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and we're going to kick things off with Mr. Delightful, aged by 1 day. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Rowan
you very
Corbett.
much. Yeah. I'm a little under the weather, so I was hoping to write my song yesterday and today, and did not manage it.
So for your birthday, you got disease.
Yeah, I got. I think it's just a cold. I've taken a couple of tests. Nothing yet, so we'll see. But, them's the breaks.
Yeah, them's the breaks. Play me a song, man.
All right, I will. What am I going to play? Here we go. Actually, I'm gonna do a couple of covers because I had someone to remind me of this song that I do a cover of, and I thought it would be good. Actually, I'm gonna do another one first, and another cover. This one's by Tori Amos.
It's actually Tori Amos.
Yes, that's correct.
etc. Nice Tory cover. I always like doing that.
You haven't done that one in a little while.
Now you play for whatever reason Tori Amos a lot more aggressively than you play Led Zeppelin. So you might want to bring your guitar back a little bit if you were going to continue in the Tori Amos theme.
All right. See, I thought my guitar was a little loud during the sound check.
But you're so gentle during the Zeppelin. Why is that? It doesn't make sense.
Well, because if you jostle too much, they're filled with hydrogen, so something might
That's
spark,
true.
and then
That's true.
it'll all go up in flames, and we can't have that. Although it's a good thing that the Hindenburg had a bunch of Nazis on it. That's all I'm gonna say. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not cool.
Didn't it land pretty gently and no one was harmed? I mean, anywho, Rowan, you got a second song for us.
I believe I do.
After Rowan Corbett, we have... What do we have? Brennan Coons.
Brennan Coons.
You've been warned.
Yes. Here, I got to tune a little bit. It's good to have you back, Brennan. It's one of those things where we don't have you
I am
that
so
often.
glad to be here on the times I am able to be here, which is my own basement. But it is remarkably hard to get to my own basement at any specific moment in time.
Huh. Rowan Corbett will be assisting Ilyami in being a full band at Fat Pete's in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, November 26th. If you happen to be in the Washington, D.C. area. D.C. Brown Nuts. Wait, no, that's old school.
No, keep going.
No.
Okay.
Shall I do this now?
Full screen that fucker. Well, there's my language. Sorry about grandmothers. Oh, man, I am out of practice.
It's good to have you back, Rob. There we go.
My name is Rowan Corbett, and I play in 17,000 tunings, and it might be the right one. I don't even know.
There we go. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. I try to kill it all away. I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away. Yeah. You could have it all. My empire died. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. I'll wear this crown of shit on my liar's chair, full of broken thoughts that I could not repair. Beneath the stains of time, the wheels disappear. You are somewhere else, and I'm still right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. You could have it all. My empire died. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. If I could start again, a million miles away, I would keep myself. I would find a way. I would find a way.
Rowan Corbett finding a way. Nice job, man.
Rowan Corbett playing Kyla's Adolescence. Kyla's formative years in one set by Rowan Corbett.
Oh,
Kind of, yeah, right there.
yeah, we have a lot in common.
I was like, I know every part to that song. I used to play it when I was too young.
Both of those songs. Both of those songs.
Man, oh man. We got Jack Arnold tuning in, giving you a bunch of hands. Carrie's out there being our Twitch moderator and mostly taking me to task. Chris Eric is tuned in. Good to see you. I think we still have Debbie Annan's tuned in. Debbie and John had to tap out because John caught COVID and then he gave it to his wife. So they're doing okay.
That's really tough.
Except there's a lot of slumping. I feel like Debbie was maybe... Like, I think she was here on the camera, and normally she's here on the camera. So mostly, I think it's been a vertical challenge for them, and hopefully they will get better soon. And Rowan, you're a little under the weather too, right?
Yeah. I think it's just a cold, but
Yeah,
And we-
there's a bunch of stuff going around.
We blame the
There
children
is.
right now.
Yeah.
Yes, I blame the children.
Yeah, I
think that's
totally
best.
got this from my daughter. And she's completely in denial. She's like, no, I just have allergies.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
allergic to being sick.
I'm allergic to everything myself. Brennan Coon's coming up here.
Hello.
I always regret the fact that, like, you're in your dark basement, I'm in my dark basement, and if you rolled down your window and I opened up my window, we could probably play to each other.
We could.
Ish.
We certainly have enough wattage in each of our houses to do so.
It's truth. It's truth.
Rowan, I apologize for not wishing you a happy birthday on social media.
Oh, no worries, man.
Belated happy birthday.
I'm barely on the socials, so.
Right, that's the thing. And like this song, I wrote a song for the Majesty of Trees, and it's been in my head for a long time about this notion, because like I was inspired by social media, but it's really an observation that there are two major tall things made of wood, right? And they have very different life cycles. And so observing one versus observing the other. So this is from the perspective of one looking at the other. And it's called Fiery Dress. You wear that same red dress this same time every year, and they come from far and wide just to see this dramatic display. I have to admit I don't get it. What's the big deal? It's not like you're dying, you're just giving up for a while. But I stay green, survive, stand tall. As I stand here, I'll thrive this fall. Crimson touches down and turns to brown. Annoyance pushed aside and shredded. I'll stay the shade I've ever been. In time, a new color celebrated. But I stay green, survive, stand tall. As I stand here, I'll thrive this fall. I notice they love to smell me burn. Not so much you. Do you think they know? Fire's the way that I get reborn. In that heat is how I'll grow. But I stay green, survive, stand tall. As I stand here, I'll thrive this fall.
Nice.
Something much like that.
Yeah, Brennan.
I was working on figuring out how to say, man, she was such a birch.
Birch, please.
Oh my goodness. I'm actually still here, Brennan. My camera has crapped out for whatever reason, so
Oh, cool. It's Frozen Rowan.
it's frozen on me. Not
Everybody's favorite
Frozen
summer
invisible
treat.
Rowan.
It's
That's
really
cool.
weird.
I'm intrigued by the Frozen Rowan. Okay, I'm gonna play something. Very old, very old.
Ancient.
If I can remember the whole thing. I probably can't. Oh shit, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Deeper.
And I think you missed a fret there.
Always a
Thrilling.
piece.
That was thrilling, Brennan.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's what happens when I forget words, is I play the songs that don't have any.
That's wise. That's wise. Jack Arnold up in his game to, I think, a full 6 clap emoji.
thank you, Jack.
Your previous song only got 5. Carrie saying something about laborious youth old, which I think is out of context at this point.
No,
Marley-
that was as old as I was going to play, but I forgot it. So.
And Marlis Tilly says, interesting Brennan applause. And I'm not quite sure where the punctuation is in there.
There's a semicolon somewhere.
But I think they mean that they would like to give you some sort of interesting form of applause, not like boring old clapping.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Editor One.
really cool.
Okay, that's Brennan Coons here in Maryland. And I guess we're going to stay in Maryland. Joseph Isaacs going to down 95 to Columbia someplace, right?
Yeah, the camera travels pretty fast.
Yeah.
Disclosure, I'm sick, but I slept like 10 hours during the daytime today. But I wrote a song for Majesty of Trees, and damn it, I'm going to play it. So forgive me if it's I ask forgiveness in advance. Is my sound okay? Check.
Pretty solid.
These trees are so much stronger than me. These trees have been around so much longer than me. These stumps might look like nothing much to see, but it ain't just a lump for a stump, it's a throne for a king. Oh, beneath this canopy of trees, stashed alone my hoard of golden leaves. Ain't no distractions, I gotta just be me. Oh, the majesty of trees. These trees are so much kinder than me. This tree reached so much higher, sees light I'll never see. Though this walking stick might look like nothing much to see, it ain't just a trick of a stick, it's a scepter for a king. Beneath this green cathedral of trees, the quiet so loud enveloping me. I just can't find some peace. Oh, the majesty of trees. These roots grow so much deeper than me. These branches reach so much higher, achieve heights I'll never see. And this old stump might look like nothing much to see, but it ain't just a lump of a stump, it's a throne for a king.
That was killer.
Thank you so much. Yay!
Not just a lump for a stump of a stump, but a throne for a tree.
Very
Really nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking of putting that into my.
I'm not sure who we're getting our fierce echo from. Thank you.
That's me again. My headphone issue.
I actually don't think that was you, but you go right ahead.
Okay.
Joe?
This is an old one, but I've revised it a lot, so it's old new. It's called Mermaid Song. It's about escapism. When the waves hit you, drag you down the icy wake, and the salt on your tongue is more than you can take, and you hear her. She's calling you to an icy grave. You hear her. She's calling you not so far away. I don't need the tooth fairy. I need the tooth fairy. I need Santa Claus, his reindeer and his sleigh. I need Hollywood, I need a stiff drink to come and take me away. I need a song, I need a song. Mermaid song. I don't know what's harder, to face the truth or to live in lies. To face the truth might seem easier, but feel hollow in the end. I mean, to live in lies might seem easier. I blame it on the sickness, but would feel hollow in the end. To face the truth, it might hurt like hell. Do you feel the waves shatter against your bow? Hurt like hell, but at least you'd know that you're alive. I don't need the tooth fairy, I don't need Santa Claus, his reindeer or his sleigh. I don't need a stiff drink, I don't need Hollywood to come and take me away, but I need a song, I need a song, the mermaid song.
Nice, Joe.
Thank you very much.
I know you struggled through that a little bit, but I like hearing, knowing what the bones are, you know. Cool tune. Of course, the Mermaid Song, I think, is generally used to lure unsuspecting people onto the rocks, right? Kill them.
Exactly. Okay, like cool. The easy lure of all the things we have today, right? Like.
Okay, so it's not a positive. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. No. It's basically it's like me trying to break it. I don't need it. The Tooth Fairy. I don't need Santa Claus, but also I kind of had that little twist at the end. I do need a song. I guess maybe everybody needs a little something to escape into.
Yeah. Nice.
But maybe not too much, right? Let's not jump into the deep end of all the stuff out there.
I like songs and writing that understand that we're not monolithic, that have to approach both sides of the problem, kind of, and
Absolutely.
So nice tune.
Thank you.
Speaking of monolithic, Kyla Tilley, I've never met you in person, but I have the suspicion you're very tall. I think we had a long conversation about all this, and don't ruin that for me, because I feel like everyone was the wrong height, and we realized that none of us was as tall as we thought one another was. Just leave me in my fantasy world. How's Canada?
Canada's beautiful right at the moment. It's we had a wonderful, warm, misty day here today.
It was like freaking 80 degrees down here today.
Pardon? What is it?
It was 80 degrees down here today, which is heinous.
Is that cold or is that warm?
That's quite warm.
It's why we're all sick right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes, the end is nigh.
The end is nigh. But thank you for spending it with us.
Yes, I mean, it's like, who better to spend it with, if you ask me. All right. So I saw that the prompt was the Majesty of Trees, and I have multiple songs about trees because I live surrounded by trees. But I did write a new one for the Majesty of Trees. So to get a different angle, I Googled, are trees sentient? And I highly recommend Googling, are trees sentient? Solitary figure struggling for soil and substance. Man projects his dog-eat-dog worldview on forests wild. Nothing could be further from the grassy surface, down beneath the moss and stone, a system formed of symbiosis whispers through the earth, silent only to those of us who cannot hear. Ageless sentinel, witness to our time, bending with the centuries, standing through millennia. Shouting, giggling and babbling, the forest moves, tendrils reaching through the soil, reaching out for fellow roots, and circling and sharing gossip, news, and nutrients. One tree, every tree for all trees. a glade, a lone branch on a cliff. Nourish one, nourish all. Ageless sentinel, witness to our time, bending through the centuries, standing through millennia.
Nice, Kyla.
Yay.
I think I'm usually so distracted by the weird and interesting chords that you're using that I don't spend a lot of time paying attention to your right hand. And tonight I was like, wow, your picking patterns are just so cool and neat things going on there.
Thank you.
Nothing more to say about that. Just, yeah, really cool.
My right hand does stuff too.
I'd always had my suspicions, but, I just didn't pay attention, I guess. I'm a terrible human.
So it's probably like sometimes it's under the desk.
I am very aware that actually when I'm not in the Zoom room, yeah, the placard with your name on it usually comes up over your right hand, actually. So maybe that's the reasoning. But I mean, I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear what it's doing.
Do I need look at? Oh no, I thought I'd be able to pull a lever and my chair would just shoot up, but it's not how it works.
Yeah, mine does up, but I think it's the other way. Yes.
I need to like shift about and move weight around. It's all right.
So I think our friend Christy is not ready to go up next, but Steve Patton, you're on deck, just so you're forewarned.
Come on.
Oh my goodness. That's just like an ominous incoming sailing ship.
Oh yeah, it is.
Creepy.
Yeah, it is.
You're like, what the hell's going on in Baltimore? Out in the harbor, the vicious sailing ship is coming in slowly into Catonsville. We got high water and shit. Ay. We do have a couple of new people in the comments. Thank you so much for coffee for tuning in. I don't recognize you, but I'm glad to have you. I don't know what your icon is holding. It's behind the YouTube thing, but I won't be too concerned. Jack Arnold, always good to have you. Carrie out there. How's that sailing ship of a guitar there? Are you okay?
The sailing ship has docked, I think.
Excellent.
We're
Please
ready
welcome
to go.
Kyla.
So here's another song about trees. Here's a song about trees are just fine things. Broken branches, imperfection, knots and holes and gnarly things. Limbs sprout off in wild direction. There's no such thing as right trees. Trees just are. Roots grow out to one another, intertwining endlessly. Burls and bumps and nests ungainly. There's no such thing as wrong trees. Trees just are. Let them be. Craters, crevices, and deadfall weaken boughs and rot unseen. Harboring a throng of peril. There's no such thing as right trees. Trees just are. Let them be. Trees. Standing dormant through the winter, dark and neat and sheltering, resolute within its armor. There's no such thing as wrong trees. Shifting through the winds, persisting through the years. No wrong trees. Broken branches, imperfection, knots and holes and gnarly things. Limbs sprout off in wild direction. There's no such thing, there's no such thing, there's no such thing as right trees. There's no such thing as wrong trees.
Nice.
And I got a text.
Was that what that was? It was a cool sound. I was going to blame someone else in the Zoom room, of course. But
No.
nice.
It's me.
Man, well, now that I know what key your text notifications are in, I'm going to have to use that power for good at some point.
No, use it for evil. Use it for evil.
Okay, sorry. It is my natural state. Rowan,
Yeah, sir.
I have no idea what negotiations and weirdness just happened to the chat. Did you keep track of who the hell, what's going on?
Well, I think Christy is not ready to go up yet, and I think we were going to go
caught
ahead.
that.
She's dealing with some technical stuff. That's
Yeah.
what we've been talking about that.
Yeah, I think we were going to go ahead and have Kate come up if she's up for it.
Oh,
Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Hello.
Hey, Kate.
somebody was keeping track of that.
Oh. All right. I'm going to. I do have a new song that I wrote yesterday. But yeah, I was really feel like I've been at the bottom of like a riverbed because I was like so invested in the studying all of these things about this animal with like the largest genome and this really cool little salamander. I'm gonna do that one second, and it's brand new, but hopefully I'll do an all right job on that. And then the cover is called 1,000 Times, and I'll try it. Is this good? Okay. I had a dream that you were mine. I've had that dream 1,000 times, 1,000 times. I've had that dream 1,000 times. I left my room on. Oh no! Hold on, I'm about to do this. Hold on. Let me see. There we go, and then hold that. Okay, I'm back. I left my room on the west side. I walked from noon until the night. I changed my crown. I ditched my tie. I watched the sparks fly off the fire. I found your house. I didn't even try. They closed the shutters. They pulled the blinds. My eyes that was really brutal, but
Not
Not at all. It was awesome.
No, it
Beautiful
was really
song, though.
pretty.
Yeah, it was very
really
beautiful.
pretty.
Actually, it worked.
It did.
Yeah,
Oh,
really
okay.
moving.
Like Billie Eilish works, it worked.
well,
We're not just saying that. It was great.
thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it's funny being loud and sort of strained and knowing my neighbors can hear me and then shaking. I end up touching a lot of buttons, Okay, so
That just defined my life.
yeah, yeah, that's funny. Oopsies. Well, the reality is not funny, but so okay, so recently I had a really meaningful sort of like assignment when like an environmental scientist asked me to do something in my style, and I made the Rachel Carson piece, and I really love it. It feels so good to make something that is like about something outside of myself. I think I've done plenty about relationships and otherwise like therapeutic and healing things, but this is called Sally Boy the Water Dog, and it's I really couldn't see the keyboard. I'm gonna see if I can hold this and do all of that. It's a race with the beat. So this has a lot of a gal that was on Saturday, my client that's like does like genetic science or whatever. She was telling me about this animal with the largest genome. I thought I would draw it, and then when I started like writing about it, I was like, oh no. I mean, drawing it, I was just like, no, we're making a story. So there is a lot of their DNA related things in here, but it's also a story. So hopefully. Does this seem like an alright balance?
Sounds good, I think, so far.
Okay, so. Okay. Hey, come here. I want you to meet someone. He's a bit waterlogged, mottled, spotted, sluggish, water doggy, muzzled by his lack of upper jaw. See a muddled look of puzzle or boredom, or subtly mottled as he can't even yawn. He lay burrowed in concealment under his rock, awning a bump on a log, barely loping along, and he's owning it, gobbling meals as they happen to pass his quick tongue. Son of a gun, seemingly in meditation, then suddenly you're gone. Charming, old, overgrown larva, flaccid, baby arms, can't hold a lover till here comes his princess, and like single digits they pinky swear to a partnered pair in health and in sickness there. So they're supposed to have at least one toe to a couple, together doubled. Say now, I see she shall explore, looking into his hunky larval flourish to see how he adores her. And she is watching his massive red blood cells bounce and dash around in this blushing, crushing stud. A connection is buzzing now. Separation can't be bared with fragile hearts broken like paper tears. A body with a physique of apparent betrayal, primed for appeal. But that's in our view of fitness and the way our resilience appears. And survival's not like beauty to be measured by the seer. Only skin deep of this treasure is somewhat clear. How did he begin? A whole century young and still in his placenta film, skin slimy and thin, distorted organs and a body a bit unfortunate. No longer is the will or ability to be a landlubber willingly. Weakling widow extremities can't handle much with absence of some fingies. Too strenuous is metamorphosis, can't hold a candle to his still and patient hovering. If it's not a must to develop it, water dog don't bother with. Barely any toes if he goes for rear legs at all. Honestly, between you and me, bones and the feet and skull are soft spots for this fellow. He's not a baby about it. He's just literally embryonic. Peter Pan, and he can't help it. Forever, babe will never be a Toys R Us kid, or at least I doubt it. Cause the only thing in his will is to live, and he has different limits instilled for what gives. He may not need the heart we feel so valuable, the brain we think reigns so powerful. His tongue must be quicker and keener than a sharp mind or a bullet so inferior. He's both simple and complex. A lot is going on inside of our friend, so let us dig in. Cells so swollen, he's packing a bigger genome than any four-legger known, though the marbled lungfish has the absolute largest, but our bud is on its tail, trailing behind it. Speaking of lungs, mud pups, water dogs function without and instead breathe through his smooth dermis, this embryonic plethodon, he could use a prostodontist, and within him is parasitic DNA gone haywire in the body of this fuddy-duddy, sluggardly little buddy with a serious look upon his face like, what's so funny, honey? And in his simple brain that can regenerate, was there atomic fancification to create an atomic so fascinating yet grotesquely basic? Is that degrading? Maybe. Not known for his brains, brawn, or looks, but his species found a loophole that escapes all of us. And just like the majorly inflated genome, while the man himself manages to have a total lack of ego, ballooning of the chromosomes, bloated belly full of confetti, transposons, and scientists were avoiding reading its DNA because its sequence N makes math pi a sprinkle or a sprint. Like the hellbender, this fine salamander carries the parasitic torch of his ancestors from 200 million years ago. Often, over time, one usually finds they've been pruning away at any threatening mutation which proliferates, so they're slow to dispose, so those transposons don't accumulate, and they have the lowest of the low metabolic rate and the lowest need for oxygen of any vertebrate, and these special guy cells aren't specialized so well. Optic nerves with rum-sprung neural fibers gone wild, the gray matter without single fives for visual messages arrival, so what does his tectum provide? And while inside a wild ride of neurons chaotic, but with his misses by his slippery side, all feels symbiotic and fine. Ventricles held in walls like wet toilet tissue shells, can't hold in feelings, see through it shows and tells, and seen as a hollow place, but it may be where his spirit dwells. Welling up with introns, so rich, land is of no interest, and he can love and feed, so his perch he shall not leave in earnest, and having no instinct for conquest, rather stay and sever and regrow, though awfully slow with that big old genome. And he requires less formation of muscle or bone, cause he's got his lady and his pantry and his modest little home. He doesn't need his heart to love or brains to have a mind of his own. He doesn't need lungs to breathe or working hands to have and to hold. For this darling's perplexing existence alone, he is truly worth his genome in gold. Oh, the end.
What?
You are the coolest, Kate.
That was the best. That was the best.
Thank you.
Holy crap.
So I'm wondering. Okay, as you were doing this, I was looking it up because I recently listened to a podcast about axolotls, which are like the Mexican ones. Is that the one you're doing?
One right here.
Okay, cool.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that little guy's real cute. No, go on.
Oh,
Well, I was
the
just
last
wondering,
one?
were you referring to the axolotls or were you referring to like the tiger salamanders? Or both?
This salamander is called like the Noose River water dog, and it is like, apparently its cells are so big and so full that you can literally, like, in his little, as I was talking about him blushing, like you could see into his like larval like thingies, like you could see red blood cells, like with just like, let me look at you, and they just can't move, they can't like do anything, they're just like, I'm good, but they have really lots of bits and pieces of so much like DNA they can't they're just really interesting. So, you know, they say they're basically, even though they can live to be like 100, they're kind of like a tiny little babies. Wow. You know, they're like a little fetus. That's how fancy they function in life.
I feel sort of bad for them because when I looked them up, water dog salamanders, things to know: average lifespan, diet, care. Under diet, it doesn't even say what water dog salamanders eat. It says what eats water dog salamanders. So thank you, Google. That's depressing as hell.
They eat insects if they pass them, but they apparently can also just mistake like anything for an insect. And they're like, wow. So yeah, they'll just sit there and, you know, basically, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, thank you, and I appreciate you letting me go earlier. That helped. So thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing you guys so much.
Great job, Kate. And also, I believe at one point you texted me and said you'd just done 11 hours of research on the salamander.
Oh, yeah.
So for the rest of us who maybe wrote our songs in less than 11 hours, we're just slackers. And that's.
I did 11 hours of research on Marvel movies.
I'm impressed.
Thank you, Steve.
Rowan, who's next?
Well, next up we've got newcomer Christy. How you doing,
Cucumber
Christy?
Christy.
Hello,
newcomer.
I'm newcomer Christy. I'm switching over my tech, and in the background you will see another participant slowly coming out of focus. So, hello, we're live from my basement, which I moved into 2 days ago. So it's like,
Congratulations.
yeah, so here's hoping that the audio sounds good, but you can hear and see me.
We got your 5x5.
Fabulous. And you can also hear my instrument.
Quite.
Great.
The keyboard might be loud compared to your voice.
Okay. Let's see if we can get the keyboard a little bit louder and my voice a little bit.
It's loud compared to your voice. I'm saying the keyboard could come down.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The keyboard's going to come down. Okay. So I'm talking and the keyboard's going.
I think that'll be fine.
That'll be fine. Okay. Cool.
We still have it, right? Because it sort of faded out rather abruptly. Okay, cool. Yeah, perfect. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Neat. So I will play you 2 songs. Yeah, the first one's called Sun and Valley. And I roll through Newtown every year. I'm not afraid of the games that little baby boys play with my rugged heart now. Jesse says that I'm so brave to show up to the party. I used to serve coffee to a girl who said that I've lived more than most men, and I was 16 then. Do you believe me when I say that I've been looking everywhere from New York to Belgrade for someone just like you? And I've been through the sun and valley and know you're the best of. And I've seen all there is to see just about, and you're the best of. And I'm clever like the runaways that God can never catch, but I think you're better. And I've looked at the deepest pits and found that your love goes even deeper. In the darkness we say the same things. You're something special. You could be the man that takes out of me the walking vagrant, and I think you like that. And I've been through the sun and valley and know you're the best of. And I've seen all there is to see just about, and you're the best of. That's one song. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a song called Sun and Valley. And the next one I'll play you is another song I wrote
called Blue.
In my dreams, you knock on the door and I'm crying in bed and you sit with me until it passes. Courthouse wedding, down on 11th. It's not 'cause we're crazy, it's just 'cause there's no sense in waiting. Can I live in the little blue house in the hills? Can I get my own room where I'll pluck all my feathers for you? So lean on me, I will fly till I bleed. We'll be happy together in the blue, blue, blue. In my dreams, I do my own things in our house in the hills, and you don't understand, but you listen. And we'll take the cats out for a walk, and I don't think they like it, but I'm having fun with you anyway. Can I live in the little blue house in the hills? Can I get my own room where I'll pluck all my feathers for you? You can lean on me, I will fly till I bleed. We'll be happy together in the blue, blue, blue. Don't look much closer, I'll keep us afloat. Tell me you love all the things that I wrote. You're right to be worried, you'd want me to stop if you knew how the work is done. So can I live in the little blue house in the hills? Can I get my own room where I'll pluck all my feathers for you? You can lean on me, I will fly till I bleed. We'll be happy together in the blue, blue, blue. Fantasies live on in my mind. They say nothing about you, they say everything about me.
Nice.
That's it.
That's it. Good job, Christy.
Beautiful.
So, Christy, since... Oh, where's my echo coming from again? I think that might be...
It's probably us.
No,
I think we
it
got
was
it.
Rick.
Okay, yeah, yep, that's what I was thinking. Christy, since Jules will lie to us, what part of the country are you coming from? Are you here local?
Jules, you have a reputation for being a liar. I am in
Always.
Richmond.
Okay, so you're close. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah, I'm
nice.
close.
I wouldn't call Richmond close. Let's just say I drove here today. It's not exactly a short drive. And
You're
to
not
the
in Canada.
Confederacy- You're not in Canada, you piece of shit.
Oh
Right,
my god,
exactly.
fucking
Exactly.
Canadians.
None of us are in
Oh.
Canada. It's like really like
except for the Canadians.
Except for
Oh,
Kyla Tilly,
sorry,
she is actually
Canadians.
from Canada. Is there another
Yeah.
Canadian?
Take that
with us?
back, eh?
Hey.
What? I'm not quite sure what just happened there. Okay. So, anyways, Christy, welcome to here from Virginia. Yeah, Richmond is not okay. Yeah, it's not like walking distance. It's not like okay, let's just hop in the car and it's great. But I used to.
Yes, it is. You hop in the car and then Google
I
Maps
literally
goes,
hopped in a car.
go 87 miles, and that's it. And then you're there.
After about 4 hours, because
Traffic,
95
yeah.
sucks.
No, no.
95 does have a tendency to suck.
Hour and 30 minutes. It's like get off on stop 78 at 95. That's it. That's all it takes.
I used to
I
drive
once
there often
spent
by 17.
I once spent 11 hours going from Richmond to DC.
And it was a Monday night, and Rowan kept checking in via text. So Rowan actually has some PTSD sort of issues with the drive from Richmond and back. It's okay. We hope that never happens to you. That's the important part.
I hope so too.
He lives here.
But
Yeah,
I drive
right.
up all the time, including next weekend when we play our show. What?
Where are you guys playing?
El Golfo. Ever heard of it? Every Thursday night at 6:30 for the
Hold on,
only
let me
open
find
mic
my
ever.
freaking graphic. Okay, this is Jules Bland pointing at
but
you.
but
saying
this
you
is
should
but
be
this is not the Thursday night open mic. This is the Saturday night prime
Golfo
time
show?
slot. We're doing a duo show. And it's gonna be a lot of that bullshit. So she's gonna play her stuff. I'm gonna play my stuff. We're gonna play some stuff together. That's why I schlepped all the way down here.
Nice.
So come on out. Come to El Golfo. She has some people coming, and she doesn't even live there. So what's your excuse, Rob Hinkle?
I'll be
What do you have, a
performing
gig or something?
in New Jersey.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. Here, in the meantime, while we're thinking about New Jersey and Richmond and Jules Bland and Christy playing at El Golfo on Saturday, here's a picture of a Balatoglassa mexicana salamander. I know you can't see that in the Zoom room. I'm just putting that out for Twitch and Facebook and YouTube. I'm just going to put that salamander out there. That's what turned up when I was Googling salamanders with the largest genomes. But I get the impression that there's sort of a mixed field out there. But I really enjoy putting that picture of the salamander up there. Mm. Mm-hmm. And here's a picture of the StreamYard duck. Okay, I'm going to take that back down.
Love that duck. Ooh, man. Me and Chris Eric, when we did our live streams twice, and probably only twice ever, it was so good.
like
and
that
we
duck?
we shouted out the duck, man.
Yeah, you gotta love that duck. And here's another picture of Jules Bland pointing at you and saying you should come out on Saturday. And here's the topic of the evening, the Majesty of Trees. What a cool graphic. Thank you, Rob. Okay, yeah, Rob, great job. But I think that's enough out of me. Hold on, let me just check the comments. Jack Arnold is crying at us, and also clap emoji. Grover Duffield, I'm sorry to hear that you're gonna duck out. We've had a couple people duck out due to illness tonight. So yeah, it's going around, and it is some sort of like horrendous ick. It is the ick.
I think I caught it like 2 weeks ago. I had a cold or some shit 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
John Pfeiffer's given the thumbs up to say he caught it, but he survived.
Speaking of John Pfeiffer, I berated him into showing up to my open mic on Thursday, and it was a really lovely time. And he played a bunch of instruments. And
I shouldn't put this out there, but John Pfeiffer does respond well to beratement.
Apparently, all you got to do is spruik your
Eventually.
open mic enough for like 6 or 7 months, and he'll come out. So that's cool.
Yeah, no, Matt Holson and Kosi berated him into being the best man at the wedding, I think, and it worked really, really well. And then they berated him into a speech. He's a great speech person, so I highly recommend you berate him into speaking at your wedding. Have a wedding just to have it.
Gotta find somebody to marry.
Absolutely.
Or just have a wedding. Just throw
Corner
a party
somebody.
and then just call it a wedding.
I think that's a great idea.
It's a really good idea. Or if you're actually, this is a really good thing. If you're booking a wedding, just don't, and you're booking a venue, don't say it's a wedding. Just
Right, because the prices go up magnificently.
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to see if I could just, have my wedding at my open mic at T-Vol, because T-Vol was operated as a. But the moment Sonny was like, "You want to have a what there? Oh, by the way, here's the rental cost." I was like, "Oh shit, this is a terrible." Just don't tell anybody. That's the way. All right. We're coming around. We've passed Christy. We've left her down in Alexandria. Richmond. And she's like, why am I down here all alone with nothing but Jules Bland to keep me company? The things of hell. Steve Patton swinging back up to Baltimore, Maryland. Hey, Steve.
I feel like I'm in a strange new world.
It is. It's called Baltimore. Speaking of strange new worlds, please go out and vote. I'm not quite sure what that meant, but I haven't been saying
Pots
it.
on the bill. Vote yes on 4.
Unmute to start talking. Unmute myself.
No, you're good. You're unmuted. You're fine. You're
I don't
fine.
know why there was a sign on the screen that said I wasn't.
Please welcome
Okay,
from Baltimore, Maryland, Steve Patton.
This song originally had the word Majesty and Trees in it, and I debated back and forth with my editor, whom you all know very well, as to whether I was allowed to use the line that I had in there, because my rhyme scheme kind of gets messed up doing it the way he edited it. But he doesn't like adjectives to come after nouns, so here we go.
What?
Let me ride the train across the high plain, beyond the last plowed field, and beyond amber waves of grain. Colorado River, carry me on your tide, between your mighty canyon walls. Take me to your rocky mountainsides, wide with ponderosa pine. Let me ride my pony way up high, above the spires of pine. Drive my boat to the open sky, send an arrow across the great divide. Colorado River, carry me on your tide, between your mighty canyon walls. Take me to your rocky mountainsides, wide with ponderosa pine. Let me follow the deer and buffalo, free as hawk and dove, through the valleys and rocky river shores, far and wide across this land I love. Colorado River, carry me on your tide, between your mighty canyon walls. Take me to your rocky mountainsides, wide with ponderosa pine. Colorado River, carry me on your tide. There's 4 lines in the chorus that I'll leave alone. Sounds much better when my son does that with his little banjo part in it too.
Banjo.
Anyway, yeah, his version. I can't share it with you until he gives me a video version of it, unless somebody knows how to do it. Otherwise, but anyway, it has banjo and it's nice, and of course better sing.
I've just heard John play many things, and I somehow never heard him play banjo. So I'll look forward to
Oh
that.
yeah, if it makes music, he plays it. In case you don't know,
I'm going to challenge that boy with a glissentar one day.
Yeah,
Play me another song, man.
Yeah. Gotta change gears here. Kisses for breakfast and loving at night. You in my arms, you set the world right. Remember those days of sweetness and light, when we were just children and the world seemed right. Now we're dancing like strangers, our steps out of time, to a sad love song, a rhythm or rhyme. Maybe you've got a reason and maybe I've got mine. What payments gonna do for loving on borrowed time? There's a face in the mirror looking back at me. What have I accomplished? Not much I can see. I wish it were different the way I had planned, but life has its burdens, makes its demand. Now we're dancing like strangers, our steps out of time, to a sad love song, not a rhythm or rhyme. Maybe you got a reason and maybe I've got mine, but payment's gonna do for loving on borrowed time. But please don't be thinking I don't give a damn, but you are who I was, not who I am. What was it you said the other night in bed? Where's the joy and the laughter, happy ever after? Now we're dancing like strangers, our steps out of time, to a sad love song, a rhythm or rhyme. Maybe you got a reason and maybe I've got mine, what payment's gonna do for loving on borrowed time. And that's enough of that.
Oh, Steve Patton, I wish I had power over Bethesda Games or whoever happens to own Fallout nowadays, because someday there will be a new Fallout game.
It's still
And
Bethesda. They are
man,
exclusive to Xbox now.
Your songs would be freaking awesome as I'm strolling through the wasteland, fearing death by Rad Scorpion. It would work well.
You
He muted himself. As soon as he
Yeah,
said
that probably means very little to you, but
I'm
it's
not
okay.
exactly sure what Fallout
That's what I
is.
figured.
It's a video game.
You're
and,
worrying me.
Some of them are really good, apparently, and some of them are less than that.
Yeah, Jules has got it right there. But the soundtrack is always awesome and sort of vaguely country and strange.
Is it a
and,
Bear McCreary joint?
and
Does
odd.
he do the music?
It is
for that?
not. It is not. No,
He's
no,
doing the
no. I'll
music for
just-
the new God of War out on Wednesday. God of War
Jules
Ragnarok.
Bland.
Okay.
Hush. Oh, you're up next. Damn it.
I'm up next.
Jules Bland. Keep talking.
Son of a bee. All right.
You go. I'm going to go and watch it on YouTube.
Oh, right. I'm going to do a song I think I did on here before. Oh, right. Are you going to, like, stare directly at me like you said you would? I made the mistake of telling Christy it makes me kind of uncomfortable when people look at me when I perform, which is ridiculous given the nature of my job. So she threatened to just stare directly at me while I'm performing. So, and now I've reminded her of it, so I've kind of painted myself into this corner. Okay, anyway, regardless of everything I just said, this is a song that I heard in, oh my god, that I heard in a horror show called Haunting of Hill House. It's a good show, if you haven't seen it. It's a Mike Flanagan joint. This house, she's holding secrets. I got my change behind the bed in a coffee can, putting my nickels in just in case I have to leave. I will go if you ask me to. I will stay if you dare. But if I go, I'm going shameless. Let my hunger take me there. She's quite the talker. She creaks and moans. She keeps me up. And the photographs, you know I'm a liar. Yeah, they just laugh as I burn her down. Oops. And I will go if you ask me to, and I will stay if you dare. But if I go, I'm going on fire. You let my ashes take me there. Shingles, man, they're shaking, and the back door's burning through. This house, she's quite the keeper of you. If I go, I'm going crazy. Let my darling take me there. If I go, I'm going crazy. Let my darling take me there. Something like
Nice.
that.
Very nice.
All right. It's a Gregory Alan Isakov. I don't know, some sort of Eastern Bloc nonsense. All right. Yes, please go vote. I think the importance of voting lie in the primaries. I think that's when you can really sort of affect sort of change, and you can get rid of the people who are mired in the system and don't really want anything to change. But, you know, since a lot of us listening to this and watching this live in Maryland, which is a Democratic stronghold, for statewide elections, vote your conscience. That's all I'm going to say. But don't vote for Cox or whatever the governor, the Republican governor's name is, because he's like legitimately insane.
Very satisfying moment the other night, which I shouldn't consider satisfying. But
Schadenfreude.
Two large white cars decided to run up on the lawn and crash through all the signs of our local Cox guy. And that's wrong. And that's wrong of me to,
Of course.
you know.
Of course.
And there were a lot of cop cars that responded to it eventually. But it couldn't happen to a nicer fella.
It's like when Trump got COVID. That's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. You know, he didn't really see it through, but it's still pretty funny.
So, Jules Bland,
So,
do you have a second song,
speaking
perhaps about
of-
trees? Lie to me and make it about trees.
Yes, this
The
song
Majesty of
is
Trees
about
song.
trees.
There
It
you go.
definitely is. I was planning to do this. It's about trees. If it sounds like some sort of nihilistic, depressed person about to go on a time romp, that's not what it is. It's the tree thing that Rob said. That's real. Trees. Foliage. Been harboring resentment like like a fugitive. I've grown used to it. Rummage through the wreckage of my life to find relief. That's a lyric. Old habits die hard and I'm proving it. I refuse to quit, remaining disaffected just to aid in my deceit. And I don't want to live here in a rush with nowhere to go. And I don't want to die here on my knees out in the cold. It's taking everything I've got to stop me climbing up the walls. Oh, just to fall. I'll hold on tight. Don't let go. Anything it takes to keep the beast below. Sleepless nights, winding roads. Oh, I've come to know the darkness. Maybe I'm just better off alone. Better off alone. Oh, no. Tried burying it down and erasing it. Isolationist. Stay that way from day to day and maybe I'll be fine. Couldn't get away even if I try to flee. It's inside of me. When all you know is pain, you can't sustain a stable mind. Trees. And I don't want my life back. That act was getting old. Autumn. And I don't want to pass the time rehashing fights from years ago. Nature. But when I look into the mirror, I can't find the killer's eyes. In the forest, you know I try. I hold on tight. I don't let go. Anything it takes to feed the beast below. Start a fight, wreck a home. Oh, I've grown to know the darkness. Maybe I'm just better off alone. But better off alone. Trees. And they're so majestic. Keep it copacetic. What? Saplings. Actually, in like the District of Columbia surrounding area, there really are a lot of Japanese maple trees. Those are the ones that turn really red in the fall, and it is gorgeous. So look out for those Japanese maples. They look like big bonsai. That's it for me. Big bonsai, baby.
Jules Bland.
All right. It's too bad about that plane crash that I died in.
Rick Millman. Hello. First of all, sorry for the echo. I wanted to hear the music so bad while I was going to the bathroom, and I changed the speaker system, and I forgot all about it. So, anyway, what?
Please welcome Rick Millman.
So, thank you. I turned the volume of this thing up, but just like I will forget the speaker, I'm doing it because I'm finger picking right now. But the second song, I will need to turn it down. And if it looks like I'm not doing it, please remind me, for your sakes. But anyway, this is the new song, and you know, it's interesting. When I heard it was the Majesty of Trees, I said, wait a minute, that looks familiar, or sounds familiar. And then I realized, I think that was mine. And when you didn't pick it last time, my ego was so hurt, I decided, screw it, I'm going to make my own song. And then I never played it again. But I still have it, and now I have music to it, and it sounds like this. Something's not. Sorry about that, guys. This was fine a few minutes ago, by the way. Okay, we'll go with this. Two bears broke out from their zoo pens, escaped into the woods. The door was left wide open. They ran because they could. Two bears united in love, yearning from their hearts. The ending of a chapter, and now a new one starts. Deep into the wooded green, where no cities could be. Deep into the wooded green, where no cities could be seen. We screamed into the silence and the majesty of trees. We were witnessed by the woodlands and the majesty of trees. We were going crazy, me by her and her by me. Together we went crazy, me by me. Together we went crazy, me by her and her by me. With the forest bearing witness by the majesty of trees. Those trees who bore witness, what did they have to say? They waited and they listened day after day. What made them feel so crazy, together and alone? What in the forest freed them from the captivity of home? What made them feel so crazy, together and alone? In the what in the forest freed them from the captivity of home? The trees and bears, they listened to the quiet in each heart. The answer born from silence and the music in their hearts.
Nice tune.
Thanks.
Very nice tune.
It's fun to play to.
What?
It's fun to play to.
It's fun to play to. It is very kind of bluesy and Jewish folk song at the same time.
Both at the same time.
Yeah.
What's next, man? What's next?
Gonna do what was I found out after I wrote the song was called A Terrible Sense of Safety. I called it Tragic, and I thought that's too many syllables, so I'm just gonna Tragic. And I'm still working on these lyrics actually, but I like the song overall. So let's see what it sounds like today. Hopefully it's in tune. Oh, you didn't remind me, but I remembered. Yay. Okay. A crab attempts to claw its way out from four watered walls going nowhere. Stayed within the confines of a tragic sense of safety. Round and round again. wheels are turning and burning. Cobbled streets in acid rain. But mothers, teach your children of a tragic sense of safety. Round and round in chains. With a tragic sense of safety. Round and round again. Safety in that misery, a narrative of history. History, a mystery, a mystic sense of tragedy. All the sheeple people unmasked and yelling from their steeple. But like the wise ones who were real fools, we watch on with a tragic sense of safety. Round and round in chains. Yeah, a tragic sense of safety. Round and round again. With a tragic sense of safety. Ain't it a shame? With a tragic sense of safety. Round and round again.
Rick Millman, one of the longest running Rob's open micers.
I'm an open micer. I never knew that.
Yeah, something like that. Marley's Tilly saying so intriguing, Rick. Intriguing. Oh, I guess they're correct.
Thank you very
I liked the
much.
idea that they were like intriguing. I just like saying intriguing. What's up next? We got Jim Novak.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, man, how you doing? It's
Doing
been a
pretty
long
well.
while.
Yeah, and in the meantime, since I saw you last, I've moved to Virginia.
What? Where at?
Prince William County, a little south of Manassas.
Gotcha.
I'm getting closer.
I fear nothing. Please welcome someone not to be feared, Jim Novak.
There you go. So my Trees song is a song that I wrote about the Civilian Conservation Corps. And this was, of course, a project back in the Great Depression in the 1930s, employed all sorts of young men planting trees. And we still see those trees in the state parks and national parks that they worked on. Anyway, it's all in this song, which is my ballad for the CCC boys, as they like to be called. When the forests of the garden were lumbered and left to burn, farmland and stream heading for trouble as the century turned. The market crashed in 29, there was no work for many. A dust cloud settling down on this once proud land of plenty. There were hobo boys in jungles, teens out on the street, young men on the farm, even there they couldn't make ends meet. So when FDR was elected, Right away he made a plan. Said, let's put those boys to work. And let's restore our land. He said, here's to the CCC, planting trees and more. Cheers to the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps. 250,000 enrollees in just a few months' time. From 33 to 42, there was 3.5 million, all in Roosevelt's tree army. Soil soldiers, CCC. They restored the woods, restored their lives, that's their history. With axe and hoe and shovel, they leaned into their task. Fire trails, riverbanks, campsites, and all that they were asked. California to Maine, Skyline Drive to Yellowstone. They paid $30 a month, and all but 5 went home. 3 billion seedlings with Maddock, axe, and maul. The message was, think ahead, and what they did outlive us all. So here's to the CCC, planting trees and more. Cheers to the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps. And my dad was a CCC boy, as he so liked to be called. He went from home near Pittsburgh to Virginia's Front Royal, and he got a job in Detroit. He served in World War II. Says after being in the seas, there was no work he could not do. I met those CCC boys at reunions at Higgins Lake. Slow step, but they're quick of mind, a firm hand to shake. To a man, they've got great stories. It's not just trees they grew themselves. They want that choice for the next generation too. So here's to the CCC, all the planting trees and more. Cheers to the CCC, the Civilian Conservation Corps. They were learning on the job, they leaned into their task. They called it the College of Calluses, they did all that they were asked. California to Maine, Skyline Drive to Yellowstone. They made $30 a month, and all but 5 went home. 3 billion seedlings with Maddock, axe, and maul. The message was think ahead, and when they did it, outlive us all. And that's my song for the CCC boys, singing in a national park, singing in a state forest on a morning hike during dark, singing once in gratitude for the men of my father's age, and singing twice for the youngsters inspired by history's page. So here's to the CCC, planting trees and more. Cheers to the CCC. Cheers to the CCC. Cheers to the CCC.
Huh. Jim Novak, I was like intrigued, so I started doing a little bit of fast Googling and research. And as far as I can tell, that's the first song written about the CCC since 1939. I don't know that that's true or not, but that's kind of cool.
Well, I played it for a bunch of CCC boys about 15 years ago when there were still a bunch of them left, and they had reunions. They had their 75th anniversary at some point. And just last week at the, what's it called, the Prince William Forest Park. It's a national park not far from me near Manassas. They had these reenactors who were dressed as CCC boys. And I played them the song, and they loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm so into some of these other lyrics. I hope that you come back and just do me a CCC set sometime. All right, Jim, what's your second song, man?
I was invited to join the reenactors next year, so we shall see. But anyway, here's a quick one that is really about a place that I love that has a whole bunch of trees. At the center of the universe, where I go when I hurt, and again when I feel fine, touch base for a little time. At the center of the universe, where I go when I hurt, the center of the center of the universe. For eternity I rehearse the center of the universe. At the center of the universe, things get better when they can't get worse. A quiet pond, a stately pine, a different sense of space and time. Center of the universe, a meadow grand as any church. The center of the universe, center of the universe, senses fill and joy will burst.
The center of the universe. Well, welcome to Virginia, Jim Novak. I'm not worried about you getting closer. Maybe one day there will be a crossing of the paths.
Yeah, like we crossed in Ann Arbor a long time ago.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's really, really cool. Well, thanks for staying in touch all these years. Stumbling across us virtually. Yeah, the physical would be nice. Dave Coronet, we're coming to you next. Frederick Airy, music, entering Enterprise. That's right.
There we go. I'm a lumberjack and sorry. I actually did write something with trees, actually, on the Majesty of Trees.
Nice. I'm eager to hear it.
Here we go. Run the trains, to tan the hides, to heat the houses, takes wood from trees. The countryside grew bare of trees. At some point, someone realized erosion would lead to flooding in the Shenandoah Hills. To run the trains, to tan the hides, to heat the houses, takes wood from trees. So they moved the families, mostly tenant farmers, and turned the hills into a park. engines, tan the hides, to heat the houses, takes wood from trees. Mother Nature's resilience can be a surprise. Growth returns to the despoiled. When you're hiking old rag, you will see the majesty of trees.
Cool.
That is probably the shortest time I've written something in 30 years.
You say the shortest time in which you've written something?
Yes.
Nice. I mean, good. I'm glad that it's inspiring in such a way. What are we signing in and notifying?
You know, I'm not sure where that. Oh, I know what it is. It's a something from. I was looking at that, going, "Where on earth?" Okay, that it's part of the stuff for tomorrow at the office because I'm still at the office.
All right, Dave, throw us another song, man.
All right, a quick bit of background on this one because I'm hoping I remember all of it. This is written by my friend Don Poor, and it was written on election eve 1980. And you might imagine that this is, in some ways, kind of prescient, in some ways, kind of naive. But in any case, he was at a Quentin Crisp show and had quite a sense of foreboding. So here we go. Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Ronnie Reagan had a moment of fame, riding horses on a wagon train, an era that he wished that he could keep. Life was good and guns were cheap, so he left his mine in 54 and made his home on the Pacific shore, where he made some films to pay the rent and dreamed of being president. It's the American dream, it's the American scheme, it's the American way, Bonzo, and it's a price we pay for freedom in the American 80s, freedom in the American 80s, freedom in the American 80s, freedom in the American 80s. Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Ronnie Reagan, he devised a plan, take the power from the common man. He told the media he saw no harm in bringing back the bomb, and he told us in a press release he solved the problem of the Middle East. It all comes down to us and them, simply bomb Jerusalem. It's the American dream, it's a CIA scheme, it's a Reagan way, Bonzo, and it's a price we pay for freedom in the American 80s, freedom in the American 80s, freedom in the American 80s, freedom in the American 80s. Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Ronnie Reagan, bring back the 50s. Ronnie Reagan, bring back McCarthy. Ronnie Reagan, bring back, wipe out the commies. Ronnie Reagan, wipe out the commies. Ronnie Reagan, help us to be free. Ronnie Reagan, we all know you're macho. Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, kill all the homos. Ronnie Reagan, strengthen the nation. Ronnie Reagan, bring back segregation. Ronnie Reagan, bring back the race wars. Ronnie Reagan, bring back the space wars. Ronnie Reagan, bring back the Cold War. Ronnie Reagan, bring back any old war. Ronnie Reagan, bring back Korea. Ronnie Reagan, give us utopia. Ronnie Reagan in your ivory tower. Ronnie Reagan, bring back the power. Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie Reagan, Ronnie, rub him out.
Whoa.
Isn't that the guy that got us here?
Well, sort of.
It has been a fascinating evening.
I throwing out the Fairness Act. That's a fairness policy.
Dave Coronet, fredericacoustic.org. You can find out more about Fame if you're performing in the Frederick-ish area. They splay out a lot even further from Frederick, Maryland, so you should be aware.
We've got a totally acoustic open mic at the new Y performing space on Friday, which is hosted by Rick Hill, and as I said, he doesn't believe in plugging anybody in, so if you have effects boxes, they stay at home. And then a week from Saturday at the Prospect Pantry in Newmarket, we'll be hosting an open mic there. I'll be doing the sound for that.
Nice. fredericacoustic.org to find out more. I think we're coming to John Pfeiffer. We're coming up on the end of the night. Ay. John Pfeiffer's probably got an interesting tree song.
Well, this topic was decidedly uninspiring at first. I really struggled with it. I thought,
John Pfeiffer, how could you fail to be inspired by the Majesty of Trees?
Thank you, Kyla.
No, I am definitely inspired. I'm daily and many times daily inspired by the Majesty of Trees. Living with my front door is right outside of a small wood, and in my backyard there is a mammoth-sized oak tree that is just magnificent. So, and this I only got as far as writing the lyric, so I will just share the lyric with you. But this is actually about the oak tree, or inspired by the oak tree in my backyard. And I wrote this and I wrote that, and I didn't like anything, and I finally sat down a few days ago and did some object writing, and I looked at that and went, this is all too wordy. I said, what is more majestic than just simplicity? And anyway, and about the simplest form I absolutely adore is the form of haiku. So this is 8 haiku strung together. And if there's any rhymes in it, then it's purely by accident. So, and I don't think there are, to tell you the truth. Anyway, the working title for it is, and I haven't been able to, I haven't had time to think of a melody for it because I just wrote it in the last couple of days, and it seems like it would be best to write something that was rather rhapsodic in nature, and just that keeps growing in different directions rather than typical AABA form. Anyway, I better just get to it and speak it. Anyway, it goes like this. Fate or chance to sprout, crowded by this stalwart fence, sapling perseveres, thirsty for the rains, reaching up for sun and moon, dancing with the winds, welcoming the storms, weathering the choking droughts, tangled up in steel, taproot digging deep, limb and leaf spread over all, thick skin, old and tough, gnarly massive trunk, swallowed fence, chain links and all, acorn finds my head. Hey there, little man, seasons change, will you corral all you must let go? Heart could hold with June, eyes rue autumn's fading hues, fingers dreading snow. Hoary oak stands tall, bereft of leaf. Now's time for all good trees to sleep.
Nice.
Thank you. All right, and since tomorrow is election day, I have to do this song that I wrote. Oh, I wrote it a year ago, it looks like. How's the balance between that and my voice? Does that seem okay?
I think so, yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
How can I be proud of my country, where we came from, what we have become? Seems all that we prize was built upon lies, blood money, and who's got the gun? Time was the lies were kept hidden, 'cause everyone knew it was wrong. Lie all the same, but cover the shame with patriot pride and a song. Now have we bred a new kind of evil, where moguls don't care if we know, where lies are entitled and greed is unbridled and carnage just part of the show? Then I'm not so proud of that country, where we came from, what we have become. Seems all that we prize was built upon lies, blood money, or who's got the gun. The folks that were here long before us took a lot better care of our world. How could they know how bad it would go when the foreigner's flag was unfurled? So why muster pride in our country? For pride goeth before the fall. Show me some proof we're building on truth, on a world well and good for us all. Then I'll be proud of my country, where we came from, what we can become, when all that we prize is not built on lies, blood money, or who's got the gun. Don't tell me we're lost in the darkness, for true are the charts we misread. The law and the letter is so we might do better than worshiping power and greed. For I see a banquet before us, with plenty for privileged and poor, where all at the table give all that they're able, and justice is fair and it's sure. So all might take pride in our country, where we came from, what we can become, where all that we prize is not built on lies, blood money, or who's got the gun.
Scary tune, good tune. Well, Rowan Corbett, before I play my last songs, the last songs of the evening, you want to roll some dice and see what we might have for topics for next month?
That sounds like a great idea. Let me.
We are still at that point where a D20 and a D10 will do us fine, and that D20 will have to be re-rolled if you roll a natural 20. But we're past our 19s now.
All right.
All right. Is that 13?
13 and a 5.
135. Oh, the disability of silence.
Oh, sorry. Was that supposed to be a D10 though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, that was a 6.
But, oh, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. All right. The next one will
Next.
be a D10. All right. You've got a 1
You rolled it right behind your head.
and a 9. Oh,
91. That's a 6, isn't it? That's an 18.
no, it was a 6. You're right. It was a 6.
Okay. 61, is that what you said?
61. Sorry.
Oh, that's funny. Ooh la la. All right, number 3. Is that a 19?
Yes, it is.
197. Oh, we only go up to 190. Re-roll, my friend, re-roll.
$105.
105. For the cost of nothing. All right, kids. I'm gonna leave that in the chat. Rowan, it's gonna be your problem to count it for right now because I'm gonna play some songs instead.
All right.
That's my first song. Politics, eh? Bah! Humbug. Never give them anything. Make them answer quick. Just shine that bright white light in their face. You know only liars ever take time to think and never give them cash. Because in God we trust. If you do, you best keep their change. A self-made man wouldn't ever need it. Never give them anything. Better make them work. Cause idle hands and best intentions, that's a white man's perk. The devil's been building something. A Walmart down on the crossroads. The devil, he gave us Mexico. We'll build a big wall to keep him down in his hole, and that wall is built for demons and animals and thugs. It sure ain't built for people, man. You walk 4,000 miles, the wall won't even slow you down. We never gave them anything. They had to get to work. Cause idle hands and best intentions, that's a white man's perk. We got a different brand of martyr. People down on their knees. They're not praying for redemption. They're praying we'll let them breathe.
with a savior. He promised bright white cities filled with gold. Now there's fresh paint on blood in Washington, glistening in yellow in the middle of the road. And I don't buy your God can't hear you just 'cause you can't get into church. Though I guess it is the devil who promises knowledge, and omnipresent really is quite a very, very long word. And I can see these signs from heaven, along with everything we've done. I can live with most of my decisions, man. I think you're gonna burn for this one. We never gave them anything. They had to get to work. 'Cause idle hands and best intentions, that's a white man's perk. We got a different brand of martyr, people down on their knees. I think we're way past redemption. We're going to let them breathe.
Love that song.
Thank you. One of you, when you clap, is like right in the right-hand side of my ear. It's very strange. It's like there's one of you that's like got this bizarre stereo image to your
That wasn't
clap.
me. It wasn't me, right?
The microphone is on
That
your
who was
your
that? Who was
side.
that? Was that Kate? Huh. That's so odd.
Yeah, I've been told my clap is abrasive, but
It is the strange part of the stereo field. Rowan, have you got a count over there? Am I going to have to vote? Do I have to vote? I don't have to
Yeah,
vote,
we've
do I?
got not every. I
So
don't think
far
everybody's put in yet. I've got 2 for disability of silence, 2 for cost of nothing, 1 for ooh la la.
Ay, ay,
Wait,
ay.
hold on.
gonna be cost of nothing.
Oh! I think cost of nothing is just pulled ahead.
What? Oh, shit. There's 2 of them in there. Yeah, another.
Cost of nothing.
It's me, Scooty, breakout character from a few months ago. Scooty the motor scooter, you remember me. If I could cast a vote, that would not count as... Okay, how about Rob Blazer?
Make way for the Majesty of Trees, the oldest of the old, a friend to stem and leaf. They say he's sprucing up as we speak. Make way for the Majesty of Trees. Make way for the Majesty of Trees, the tallest of us all, the greenest of the green. He will get to the root of it and he's gonna give him elm. Make way for the Majesty of Trees. Was young, our laughter was light, and leaves were golden, and wives sang their songs to us, and we found that we were bold. But now the world is old, sadness brims and leaves are black. The Entwives saw us off to war, and they ain't never coming back. Make room for the gathering Entmoot. He is the first among us, he is the first to speak. They say he might get sappy, but it ain't what you think. Make room for the wisest of the Entmoot gathered here. We were pining for his speech. He took a bow, and in a wooden voice he whispered, "Life's a beach, and now it's time to leave." The forest groans, it's just what we feared. He will not be too hasty, ambushed us with a pun. The Entmoot turned towards the sun and they left Treebeard, the comedian. They left him very solitary. You can't take that guy seriously.
How'd he even get so popular anyhow? Majesty of Trees, my friends.
Very nice.
Didn't want to get too nerdy
God.
on you, but
God, am I so glad somebody did that. That was great.
that will probably never be heard again. That's a little tribute to Treebeard. If he was the type of guy who would like fool his entire Entmoot into gathering on a very serious mission and then troll them horribly with lots of puns.
Troll them?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lord of
they
the
are a
Rings?
troll-like creature.
Trolls are in Lord of the Rings, everyone. And so are Ents. And that was the... I liked the puns. It was good. we love to see it. So you should take that with a fucking grain of salt because, you know, it's me.
Yeah. Don't matter. I'm taking it.
Yes, but you could still see all of us groan.
I know, and that was why I kept that window open. I was like, I really need the lyrics, but
Why everybody's looking
looks like it's landing. All right, my friends. That, I'm afraid, is that. Oh, yeah, we got a nerd emoji out there. That's great. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We do this every Monday. It looks like cost of nothing will be our topic for the beginning of December.
I think I'm 5 for 5 with picking winners with these song titles.
Huh.
Yeah. Or, you know, song prompt things.
And you're 0 for 100 billion of them for not writing them, right?
Yeah, in like the 70 some odd weeks that I've been coming to this thing, yeah, no, I've started to write one about foreign policy, and it will end up on my album, but you won't hear it for like a year. Yep. You're welcome.
Thanks. What are you drinking?
A very interesting beer. That's when I first took the first sip. I was like, "This is fascinating."
All right,
is it good?
I think the most important thing of the evening is the fact that Jules Bland is going to be in Richmond for a little bit, which means that he has a chance, an opportunity to go and experience the Guar Bar. I highly recommend you go and have the cum-themed macaroni and cheese. It's spectacular. And it's actually quite good. And I think the bass player of Guar.
There's a Guar Bar?
Not
Guar
only
is
is
there was a Guar Bar?
Yeah,
Guar is
Guar
from
is
Richmond.
actually from Richmond.
we are 2 blocks away from said Guar Bar at this moment in time.
What are
right
you
now.
doing here?
2
It's an open mic, Rowan.
Jules, I guess that's what you're doing for breakfast, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah. Hey, I've been looking for Bob Evans because there's none in our area, and so I came to the fucking Confederacy, and I found a couple Bob Evans. So I was gonna do that, but no, I'll do this cum burger. What's wrong with
Guar Bar, please do. All right, my friends. On that note, Carrie's out there giggling from the first whom, which is good and not a sentence that I really think I hear too often. And I hope to see you next week for VOM 138.
Oh, 30.
39?
Whatever Rob thinks it is, it's one more than that.
The next one.
Oh, I'm just saying, it's canon. Sorry. Okay, on that note,
reach out and grab somebody by the face.
Reach out and touch face.
Totally synced in my head. All right, I'm going to press the button and